We have a fuel delivery problem here at Patina, and we actually need one of these. Well, not this one. This is for a V8, but kind of this one. Confusing, right? Follow along. We'll show you. All right. Well, welcome back. As you can tell, we've been working on Patina, and well, she runs so much better now after the last video you saw. I was still running on the bottle, but took a little more time. Actually took the carburetor off the car, put it on the bench, cleaned it all out. There's still some stuff gumming up the air passages in there. Runs like a dream now. I can dump just a little fuel in, fires right up. So started looking at the fuel system, right? First thing I found was the fuel line from the pump to the carburetor. Let's see if I can show you this. This is part of the hard line. Yeah, it's got a crack in it. So that wasn't going to hold fuel, but the problem really was that the whole fuel line in here somewhere, since it was disconnected, is clogged. There was no fuel getting through that anyway. So I went ahead and grabbed some fuel line I had, saved the fitting, and made a whole new fuel line, right? Life is good. So I'm thinking, okay, let's hook up a fuel tank, see if we can't pump through the pump. Nah, not happening. So if you guys watch Roadworthy Rescues or Vice Grip Garage, you know that Derek Bieri tries a little trick of dumping fuel down the lines and let it sit in there to try and get the diaphragm and the fuel pump to kind of soften up and start working again. Well, I did that for 2 days straight, started the car, tried to get it to go. Nah, it wasn't having it. And after I pulled the fuel pump off, you can smell fuel on the inside of the pump. So that diaphragm shot. So what's it with the V8 fuel pump? Let me show you something. Okay, here's your Slant 6 fuel pump, a very short arm. And it's actually pinned in through a pin here. So we're going to unpin that, and we'll be able to remove that in the spring. Why would I do that? Because I'm going to put this V8 pump in there. I'm going to de-swedge this pin for this long arm and put the short arm in there. Now I know you're thinking they mount differently, right? I can see it already. So what I'll end up doing is putting another piece of fuel line I have. I'll put another piece of fuel line that I have on this side for the output, and I'll just route the input to this side temporarily, just to see if we can't get this thing to run off some fuel tank. So first up is to pop this pin, remove the arm, and not have the spring go launching across the garage. That's not good. There you go. Got the short rod out. And we're gonna now put that, clean it up, get the shavings out of there. And we're gonna put that in the big one, the new one, in the V8 one, after we clean that up, get it apart. Fuel. There. Got that out. Now, I'm just going to blow some air through here, get all the shavings out, and we'll swap out our arm. Okay, we got our Slant 6 arm all cleaned up, mostly. Get a little more of that gunk out of there. Yeah, that's good. And get this in place. There. So we are using the pin that came out of this pump housing on the long arm for the V8 because it fits right in there, and it is the right size for the hole for the Slant 6. So yeah, it'll pump. So now we just gotta kind of peen over some of these edges here so the pin won't fall out now. Okay, we're good to go. Now that's wedged in there about as good as we can get it. It's not moving, it's not falling out, and pump arm moves. So let's put a gasket on this thing, put it back in the car. Well, you can see that we're losing daylight here. It's about, I don't know, 7:15-ish or so. So let's show you what we got hooked up down here. Oops, come on. Oh, my light's gonna die. We have the new fuel pump in, the manufactured small block V8 to, Slant 6 adapter. All set to go. Got a fuel rubber line connecting the hard line, which I made, all the way around to that. I filled the fuel bowl up, and here's my not so sketchy fuel tank system. Take a watch at the fuel filter and see if we get any fuel in there. Okay. That sucked it right down. Beautiful. Let me show you how it runs. Runs like a dream. Look at that. Slant 6 awesomeness. And that's how you fix your fuel pump. Well, really, I mean, what scenario would you use that case for, right? I mean, you're thinking to yourself, well, just go to Napa, O'Reilly's, Rock Auto. They're cheap, right? Well, my goal here was to spend as little money as I possibly could on patina to get it running. I had a spare V8 fuel pump on the shelf, so I made it work. So, I mean, say you're stuck somewhere, you got a V8 fuel pump, Slant 6, the fuel pump's dead. Yeah, you can do this. You can get yourself home. So, there you have it, and you can see how much better I've gotten this engine to run, just playing with it over the past week or so. So, that's it for this one. We're going to move on to the brakes next. And yep, more funkiness there. I got something to show you on that. Well, smash the like button. If you like what we're doing here, please consider subscribing, and I'll catch you next time. And check out that sunset.